Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Mr. Pastel out here catching some rays, as they say. Our last unit this year will be on light. So, right now, I am sitting in the sun in my backyard driveway, and the light from the sun actually traveled millions of miles and took 8 minutes just to hit my face and give me a little bit of a tan. Um, but the sun's light actually contains all kinds of light. It's called the full spectrum of light. So light is not just light that you can see, which we call visible light. There's many kinds of light that we'll be learning about in this unit, and we're going to be studying how it reflects off of things, how it's absorbed into things, how it bends, and how it goes through things. So I had to come back inside because I'm too pale to stay out that long. It gets dangerous. We'll actually be talking about skin cancer later on in this unit. But I want you to check out the simulation in lesson 1.3, the light simulation. So let's go to the warm up. Okay, launch the light simulation and play around with it a little bit. Okay. So what you can do in this is create a light beam, and you can put different objects in front of the light beam and see what it does. So it's actually, you can play around with that for a bit. Actually, I like to show energy too. So some energy is bouncing off of the leaf, some energy is going through the leaf, some is being absorbed, and I can replace all kinds of things in there. Okay, so let's actually see what we have to do here. This light simulation is a way to visualize light that is sometimes invisible. So we're going to look for, or let's see, choose a material, drag it to the platform, turn the sun on, inspect to see the effect of the light on the material. So I can inspect this DNA. It looks like light actually damaged the DNA, which is why I shouldn't sit out in the sun too long. And it definitely increased the kinetic energy of the DNA. Observe whether the light causes the material to change. Place different materials in the testing area. Okay. So you want to put all of these things in: plants, solar panels, glass, aluminum, melanin, which is the pigment in your skin, genetic material. Put those all in sunlight and see which ones are affected by sunlight. And then you also want to, or after you do that, you can decide, did they change? If so, select them up here. Did they not change? If so, select them down here. And that's it, actually, for that part. Now, some objects will absorb light, and absorbing is basically turning the light into heat. So most objects will at least absorb some of the light and turn it into heat. So that energy's got to go somewhere, and it gets turned into heat, kind of like friction. Next thing we're going to do, genetic material specifically. Let's remove the other stuff. Okay. So genetic material was damaged and had an increase in kinetic energy, so it absorbed some stuff and heated up. So what changed to the genetic material do you observe? It kind of broke the DNA, if you look at it, and it also caused the DNA to jiggle a little bit more, which is basically kinetic energy or heat. How is it possible for light to change genetic material? well, it damaged it. Include evidence from the sim and use the vocab terms light, energy, and absorb. So the DNA absorbs the energy from light, and what can happen because of that is it will either break, get damaged, or just increase its kinetic energy. Last part. Okay. Light bulb. So we're going to test the light bulb instead at the end. I doubt this can damage DNA. No, it's not powerful enough to damage DNA. Drag material to the platform. Press inspect. So, do light bulbs cause damage? Let's see. Let's do a human eye. No damage, just increase in temperature and seeing colors. Increased electrical energy, increased kinetic energy, photosynthesis, and warmth. So you're going to have to try different objects to see if they have increased energy. Let's do the plant. So warmth, photosynthesis. Let's see if no damage. So we didn't see the damage in the genetic material. So probably not damage. Let's look for increased electrical or kinetic energy. Let's try aluminum foil. No change. Solar panel. So that'll cause increased electrical energy, which we learned about last year. Increased kinetic energy. I think we saw that already, actually. That's basically what warmth is. Increased kinetic energy. So everything except for damage here. What must happen for light to change a material? Light must be absorbed to change a material. So I hope that's helpful. See you tomorrow.